Hello friends, I am going to explain how to use the questions component. First, after installation, you will be seeing at the back end this page, and if you click on the options button, you will be able to see the permissions and configuration tab. If you see the public section, generally I'll allow the public see the answers, and if you see the registered users, registered users are given more privileges, and they can submit the answer, they can ask questions, they can vote for an answer. So these are some extra privileges that is given to a registered user. Similarly, after you configure for public and registered user, you can go for the configuration tab. Here you will see that there are various options listed, and if you want to show the avatar, then you can show it from GR avatar, Jam Social, or Joomla profile picture. This actually based on the Mozzet plugin, and you can have a help icon on the main page, and for the help icon you can have a article. First you have to create an article, and if you can give that ID, then the help icon, if it is clicked, it will display pop-up, and your users will be able to get help from that pop-up. So this is the default Joomla avatar size, which I kept at 50, and this is the default questions. If you want to first check the question and then publish, you can similarly unpublish the default question state, and similar for the answers. So if you want to have a check on the answers before getting published, you can unpublish answers, and then after checking it you can publish it. Similarly, there are various such options, and I'll just explain you the major options here. If you want to show the category, there are, by default I am showing you only 5 categories. So uh, here similarly for subcategories, you can show only 5 subcategories. This is the ordering type, I mean how you can order the categories, and similarly for subcategories you can order by ID or by title. These are some social icons. If you want to show them or hide them, you can easily. This is the front end of the questions component, and here you can see categories. Here you can see the filtering options. Here the question, and if you see here, there are no categories listed. So first of all, we have to create some categories at the back end. If I go to the categories tab, then here you see there are no categories listed. So first I have to create one category. I'll create some 3 to 4 categories. That I'll give Joomla component, I'll create some 3 categories. Similarly, I'll create Joomla module, then I'll create Joomla, what else, plugins. Okay, so I'll just close this categories. Now you see that there are 3 categories listed. If I refresh this, oh my god, 3 categories are listed, but you see how this is listed, and it is just overlapping on the border. So I just have to, if I go to the main page, on under options I have the configuration tab, and here I'll see that box height is given. Okay, so probably I have to change this height. I just made it 80. From 50 I changed it to 80 pixels. I'll again refresh it. Yeah, now you can see that this is coming inside the box. So if you change the height and the width of this box, you can adjust this boxes side by side. And if you now suppose after creating the category you want to ask question, if you click on this, so I am already logged in, so it's coming, my email ID is shown here. If I want to ask the question, just a test question, yes, I already had three categories, so it will show all three categories. Suppose I give Joomla, sorry, Joomla test component, sorry, component, and Joomla questions. Okay, so these are the tags. If I save this question, you see this comes as published, because if you see the options here, I have set it directly to published state. Is published. Suppose I set it to unpublished and I save it. Now I'll ask the question. You see, this got automatically published once I asked. Now suppose I ask the question. Test 2. Just select something else. Arbitrarily again some word. Yeah. Just we'll see whether that is published. Sorry, that is not published because we have set the default state to unpublished. Now if we go to the questions tab, you will see that like red circle is coming, shows that it's unpublished. So just I have to click on this to publish this question. Okay, now we'll go to the front page. I'll just refresh this. Yeah, now you see that this question is published. Now there are various options here listed. This, if suppose a question has been answered, so this will show the answered question. So if I click on this right now, I don't have any of the answers. Sorry, the demo question is the answer, so it's showing the demo question. And now if I click on the not answered questions, there are two not answered questions. Yes, you see these are the questions which are not being answered, and this